If you see me on the road wearing this mark or Nzu mark, what will you say of me? If you see me on your street wearing this mark, what will you say of me? And who will you say I am? What will be the first impression of you about me? I hope your first impression will be, this one is a dibia, or he's a winch. You know, you people call it winch instead of witchcraft. You know, you will say that this is a witchcraft, and you will say that is on the road to perform their rituals. Everybody, a lot of people will give way for me. Is it not true? That is how badly damaged our identity, our culture, our spirituality as African people is. That is how badly damaged our identity was damaged by the influence of Roman Catholic Church. This is a very revered element in Igbo Odilani. This, it is called Nzu. I don't know what you call it in your own language. You know, I've always told you guys that we need to be speaking our indigenous language. Just don't worry, because I use this English language to commune, you know, to communicate my idea to you. I just do it on purpose for our people who don't understand our language. You know, we want to use it as a weapon to bring them back and then start teaching them our local language. Do you get that? Oh, yes. This is called Nzu. And for me, any person is holding it and you go to somebody's house and he offers you Nzu, that person have done you the greatest good. Yet, Christianity made you to believe that anytime somebody, you know, puts on this mark or this Nzu on his face or anywhere, it's evil. I have told you guys, whenever somebody tells you something is evil, just throw away fear. Go and begin to study that thing. Maybe that is where your salvation lies, and somebody is throwing you off with fear. So, in Ali Igbo and in African tradition, Nzu stands for three things. Maybe as I finish, there may be more than three things Nzu symbolizes. Number one, Nzu stands for purity. Ihe dị ọcha. Ihe dị ọcha. Ọ dị ọcha ka Chukwu siri kee ya. No adulteration. No processing. Just you get it from the source and you add water and it coagulates. It forms this solid, you know, state. Nzu. Nzu also stands for, as it stands for purity, it also stands for sanctity. It is something that you can use, you know, to ward off evil forces around you. Let me tell you, in the world, in this universe, there are elemental forces. Such elemental forces, some of them are negative, some of them are positive. And as you go out every day, as you work in or you associate with people every day, you have to attract these negative energies. And this is one of the elements that you use to ward them off. Nzu stands for purity and sanctity. You can use it to sanctify your environment, sanctify yourself, do a lot of things. They do it in the church. Listen, they copy everything about our spirituality and they put it in their own system of worship and told you Christ brought you salvation. Then the next one is that Nzu Uzu stands for, peace. I remember the day we went to somewhere far away, Umuahia, after Umuahia. I don't like calling these states, Abia and all that, in Nigeria. For me, I know we were Igbo before state creation. So this place, when we visited, the first thing they gave us was this Inzu. And I saw amongst them the people that made up the Umunna, includes pastors, ordinary people, and various people. No, by the way, everybody is ordinary person, so don't just make mistake about it. If you like, if you like, just throw it away. Everybody is ordinary. That's why I call my page Ordinism. I have, we are actually evolving, to a better form. So they gave us this, and I asked them, why did you give us this? They say, anywhere in my community that you go to and they give you, that means they have accepted you. Quickly, I took it and put the mark on my hand. I now realized, my mind told me immediately what it stood for. Previously, we used to fight wars, and if your enemy comes to your house, you will not give him this Nzu. So I quickly put a mark on my hand, and I made sure that nobody nears that place. So Nzu stands for peace and fellowship. We use this Nzu to fellowship with our deities, with my chi, that is my savior. My savior is my chi, not your so-called white Jesus. My chi is the savior of my life. That's why in Igbo cosmology, in Igbo naming, we say chi na-azọ. It is your chi that bonye na-azọ gị, or chi gị na-azọ gị, no more, no less. Now, the third one also is Nzu stands for wisdom and spiritual illumination. Amamihe na ifu ụzọ nke ime mmụọ, akọ na uche. Akọ na uche in Igbo tradition and cosmology is one of the greatest gifts any seeker in ordinary Igbo will always aim to achieve. Akọ na uche, maka na ihi na akọ ka eji ebi ndụ, akọ ka eji aga, akọ bụ ije, akọ bụ ndụ, akọ bụ amamihe. So this Nzu stands for these things. It stands for wisdom and spiritual clarity. So, I have always told you that you should study words, and we should be mentioning these things in their Igbo names. For me, this thing does not have an Igbo name. Its name is Nzu. So just know it as Nzu, and that's all. So I want to ask you again, if you see me on the street, on your own street, with this mark, what will be your first impression about me? Onye ọgwụ, a witchcraft, a cultist, or whatever that will come to your mind, those evil things they told you about us, what will be your conclusion about me? Thank you very much.